There's an art to negotiating, to arguing with your partner. And more in my clinical practice, what I find myself doing is sitting down with the couple and actually going over a better way to argue, a better way to fight, an easier way to avoid these big conflicts that end up making people so far apart on different sides and feeling like they don't understand each other, and each argument is a disconnect instead of a coming together. So what I'm proposing is that you begin working like a team. You negotiate like a team. Just like at work, if you're on a team, you don't pit yourself against another person, you join them. And in a marriage or long-term relationship, that is so important. So the first step is me versus you. And what you want to turn it into is us versus the problem. It's very important that the problem is identified, and it doesn't link the problem to one specific partner. It's a problem, and both of you reacted to the problem from your own point of view. In order to go to the us versus the problem, you have to fully understand your partner's perspective. You have to listen to them. You have to ask questions instead of these dreaded assumptions that you start hurling, which is going to drive you further apart. It's important that you step back and you say, okay, let me get this right. This is your perspective, what you're thinking. And you don't say that in a condescending way. You say that in a way of mutual respect, so you are sure you fully understand what the problem is and what your partner's perspective is. Secondly, you take pauses. These pauses are actually strategic. They're not withholding, they're not stonewalling, they're clearly stated. You know what? I'm getting really heated. I feel like I'm starting to withdraw, and I don't want to do that. So how about if we just take a pause and then we pick this up again? Because I know this is important. We're a team, and we have to solve this problem. We want to solve this problem. But I just don't want to do it in a way that I might get disrespectful, or I might say things that I don't want to say. If you say that way, your partner will willingly say, yeah, okay, let's reschedule it. And when the couple comes together and they talk about these pauses, they say, either one of us can call a pause. They can call it a tactile or a strategic pause. Whatever it is for you, pauses are a necessary part of a healthy negotiation. And not only that, when you put a pause in, that means you're aware of what's going on in your body, your reaction. You're telling your partner, you can trust me. I'm never going to get so angry that I say things that are hurtful or that are going to destroy the relationship. It all comes from a mindset that this relationship is something we both love, and we understand that it's bigger than both of us. So neither person really wins an argument. The relationship wins. And in a very real sense, that means you both kind of win. But it's just not going to be the exact way you may want it. Use a gentle startup. So many times we get into a conflict when we're tired, we're hungry, we're angry, we're stressed out from work, and then we go after our partner. It's much better if you can just put that on hold, take care of what you're feeling, eat something, get less stressed. Begin the conversation by telling your partner, this has really been on my mind. I think it's a problem that I need your help with, that we need to solve together as a team. And tell your partner in the beginning what you really appreciate, but then tell them what your view of the problem is. And say, can we talk about this? And then state what your view is. Don't state, though, within your view, what you think they're doing. Let them decide what part they play. When you start accusing them or saying something that they are the problem, then you're getting way off track. No good team member does that. The team faces the problem. They don't spar with their partner. The next thing you need to do is you need to be human enough to step up. and apologize. If you do something, say something that hurts your partner, none of the rest of it matters. You don't just keep going forward saying, well, that wasn't my intention. I didn't mean that. You took it the wrong way. No. You always say, I am sorry. I'm sorry something I said hurt you. You're my teammate. I would never hurt you, without thinking, or because I didn't think, that would never be what I wanted to do. So you say you're sorry. When you say that, you tell your partner, I respect you and I trust you. And they feel like they can trust you too, because they know that you're not after them. You're trying to work with them. It's a very important part of negotiation. And not only that, but the more you practice apologizing, the more you tell your partner, I value you and I respect you. And I understand that you are working to make this relationship better, and I am too. And that's why we're here together to solve this problem. It's a very important part of it. Don't ever be that person that never apologizes, because once you do that, you're no longer being a good partner. You're no longer wanting or loving your relationship. You're loving and wanting your own way, which is all ego. And that is not a good thing to take into a marriage. And lastly, stay focused on the issue at hand. I know a lot of times when I get in arguments with my husband, I'll start pulling other incidents in, pulling other past things in. No, you cannot do that. And when I see myself doing that, I stop and I say, you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I just want you to model that same behavior. Because what that tells my partner is, I am aware that I'm not fighting fair anymore. And so let me get back on track. The more self-control you have, the better negotiator, the better team member you're going to be. So save your relationship, practice these skills, and then after a couple arguments, talk to your partner and say, do you feel better about the way we argue? You should end up feeling closer. Problems should be something that you are not pushing under the rug, but rather that you're opening up about, because you trust that you and your partner are in this together. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.